Frontside heel flip. Front 180 and a heel flip combined. This is one of my favorite harder flip tricks, and if anything, this was the first harder flip trick I ever learned. It's been a year and 2 weeks since I taught myself how to do this by the time I'm uploading this video, as you can tell from the screen right there. And I'm going to teach you guys how to frontside heel flip today. I don't really feel like this trick is mentioned that much. I'm not sure if it's because it's incredibly easy so people don't feel the need to, or maybe it's just super duper hard and people don't bother with it. I could be right, I could be wrong. I'm honestly just assuming at this point. But since I love doing heel flips and heel flip variations so much, and this is one of my favorite ones, might as well give it a go, right? So grab a notepad, sit down, grab a seat, eat some popcorn, whatever, and yeah, I'm going to teach you guys how to frontside heel flip the proper way. Before I get into the steps for this trick, make sure that you have your heel flips down and your front 180s down perfectly on lock. For step number one with this trick is to really just get a feel for it, or as how I like to call it, embracing the uncomfortable to make it more comfortable. You just want to wind up your shoulders and do a front 180 like you usually do, but you just add the heel flip into it. And when you're doing the heel flip, you just pop and you flick it the same way that you normally do. In this step, you don't really have to try catching it, but I would recommend just trying to get a feel for it and hopefully make the board get the whole entire heel flip rotation. That way it'll be easier to catch the board later on. That way it'll just make it a whole lot easier that way. But just take your time with this step and just really get a feel for the trick, because that's what matters the most. The next step is just simply catching it with my front foot. I usually catch it with my front foot. You could do your back foot if you want to. I'm still going to be doing a step for both of these. When it comes to me doing this, all I simply do is just do the rotation with my body, get the 180 rotation with my board, and then just flick it like a heel flip. Then I guess I try to leave my foot as flat out in the air as I possibly can. That way, when my front foot comes to catch it, I perfectly level out the board, because if I don't put my foot flat out in the air, I could probably land primo or something like that. It's kind of similar with pop shove it's too when you think about it. Like, if you don't catch it with your foot being leveled out in the air, you're probably not going to land perfectly on the ground. So I guess with the pop shove it and the front heel with the catch is it's a similar concept. So you just want to simply just keep your foot flat out in the air to level it out. That way you can have a nice clear landing. For catching with the back foot, it's pretty much the same thing, but well, it's your back foot, not your front foot. When you're going for it, you just pretty much do the same thing. You do the 180 rotation with your board and your body. You get the heel flip rotation in two, and then you just put your back foot leveled out in the air. That way you're able to catch it. And yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as I explained before. As long as you keep your foot nice and leveled out in the air for your board to catch, you will most likely catch it. Heck no, you will catch it and you will land it. If you tilt your foot a certain way, I guess maybe it won't work as well. So just try not to do that and just keep your back foot leveled down in the air to catch it. Also, when I try to catch things with my back foot, I usually stick my front foot out to the side or out behind me a little bit, because I don't want to hit my ankle or get a shinner or something like that. So if that ever happens to you, just do that and it'll save you, getting a scar, probably bleeding or something. Okay, common errors and mistakes. Number one is flicking it at the wrong time. Sometimes when I go for frontside heel flips, I flick it a little bit too early or a little bit too late. Sometimes when I flick the board a little bit too late, my board will shoot out in front of me, which makes it hard for me to stick the trick and to land it. And then if I just flick too early, I'm not gonna get the full 180 rotation of the board when I go for the heel flip. So just try to find the timing. Just wind up your shoulders, unwind them, and then just pop the heel flip. Don't do it before, don't do it after. Just get the timing just right and you'll get it every single time. Common error and mistake number two for me is, well, not really treating it like I guess like a heel flip. After learning backside flips and backside heel flips, I went back. I've always been able to do frontside heel flips, but this time it's different. Like, I truly have learned that all I have to do is just wind up my shoulders, unwind my shoulders, and then just pop a heel flip. Every single time that I did it, I never really thought of it like that, but now that I have that mindset in my brain, I now put that there every single time, and it makes me more likely to land it. Because if I don't do that, it's just going to make things a whole lot harder, because you know, I overthink things. And yeah, sometimes that just messes me up a little bit. So it's better to just keep an open mind and just keep it plain and simple than to overcomplicate it and just make things worse. And yeah, that's frontside heel flips. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope maybe you want to try this trick someday. It's one of my favorite harder flip tricks, and yeah, no one ever really makes a tutorial about this, or they do, but I don't really feel as if it's spoken about enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions about this trick, just leave it in the comments below and I'll answer like right away. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Want to watch other videos on my channel, you can. I'll probably put it at the end of the video, and yeah, much love. Peace.